Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Gina once again. I am attempting to do something arty for every day for this year, 365 days. It's a challenge by Daisy Yellow Art. Today, I am continuing my abstract mixed media pieces. This is number 58. Can you imagine? Maybe I could reach 100. Okay. Anyway, so today I'm using my big pad. It's 9x12 Strathmore mixed media pad. Again, I am lost. I don't know what to do at all. So the best thing for me to do is just to slap some paint on. I'm using my spatula. I decided today that I would like to use turquoise, yellow, black, white, and I can't remember the name of that color. I think it's a mix between pink and purple. Yeah, can't remember the name of it. But I'm thinking those colors should look good together, right? Yay. The thing is, I'm trying to use different colors, but it's a bit difficult because I feel like I use all the colors all the time. So what I need to do is check with myself to see which colors I use less and try to use those a little more. That'll be a little challenge for myself. Try and use colors I'm not accustomed using. So as I'm doing this, I wasn't sure how I wanted to put the paint down. All I knew was that I wanted it a bit lighter. So that's why I added the white to help tone it down. But I also wanted to leave some white space. So my plan today is to do some more taping off with the masking tape, because I really love how that looks, you know, when you pull it off and you get the big reveal. As I mentioned in one of my responses, it's like getting a surprise, you know, it's like a gift. Ta-da! It's awesome. And you're just kind of hoping that when you pull it off, it looks better than before. Anyways, so I am going to do a little box inside. My page is rectangular, so the box is going to be rectangular. And I'm trying to measure my way, which is by guesstimating, eyeballing it. And I'm just, after I was trying to put it down, I realized that I should probably try and have straight edges. And I couldn't find my ruler. Not my ruler, my big scissors. Wow. Yeah, I couldn't find my regular scissors, so hence the tiny scissors. But it's all good. So I'm just measuring off, trying to tape it down as straight as possible without, you know, measuring. Yeah. And then I wasn't sure what to do next. So while I'm thinking, I'm just passing my finger across all the edges so that they will be stuck down and the paint will not go under. This lovely little roller here, I actually got it from a cake supply store. Who knew? Well, besides people who do cakes. I didn't know. When I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, that will be so perfect for my art. Anybody who does cakes will probably be like, wow, Gina, really? So I didn't realize, because I didn't really think that all the paint would get stuck up inside those grooves. So I catch my skin to clean it off. And then I thought, let's use some Gelli prints today. So I went through them and I pulled these out. I still wasn't sure if I was going to use them, but I just thought, you know, just start. I knew that I wanted to leave a lot of the background showing. So that's why I decided to go with some thinnish strips to make my focal point. And I really love these pieces. Here I'm trying to decide which direction to use this one. It was a little tough to rip. I was like, wow, this is really strong. It's brown paper. It's awesome. So now I'm going to shuffle around and try to decide how I want to use these on the page. And while I'm doing it, I'm also checking to see, do I actually like these colors on this page? Do I actually want to put it on the page? You know what I mean? So yeah, even though I pulled them out and I stripped them up, I still wasn't sure how they would look. So I'm just fiddling around as usual. And then I thought I should probably shorten up and divide these pieces instead of having everything just, in one place. So I'm just gonna go back and forth to see what I like. Yay! I finally decided that this is what it's gonna be. I like how this looks. So, I know that I still wanted to do some work on the background. I didn't just want it to be just this. So I'm just putting a very small dot of glue just to attach all the pieces together. So when I'm ready to put it back, I could just bring it in and I wouldn't have to try and remember how I put it. And I tucked that piece in there because remember that one wasn't attached to the rest of it. So I put that off to the side and I'm using my Bombay Ink to just add some splashes and then do that as well because it wasn't enough. So I'm just spreading the paint and then I kind of liked how that looked, so I decided to dry it. And then because I did that Bombay Ink spread ink thing, I thought why not add more paint and spread it on the page. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm just going in mixing different colors. If I find it's too dark, I'll add some white. If I find it's not dark enough, I'll add some more color. And I'm just going to go back and forth, adding the same colors on the page. This yellow was real see-through. Or you'll say transparent. Yeah. It was... I didn't really like it at all, not for this. So I added the white to try to make it more opaque. But then, of course, it changed the color. I wanted it that original yellow, a nice bright pop. So that was kind of annoying. But it's okay, You just go with the flow and fix it as best you can. So I'm just using my fingers here to rub out some areas that I didn't want. Just gonna go back and forth. Then I thought, let's mix some black with that yellow and see what we get. And where could we add it? So that mixture was too dark, so I added some more yellow to it. And I'm looking at it and I'm not sure where I'm going to put it. But I'm hoping that it's not as transparent, but it is. See, it's real transparent. So I'm spreading it with a spatula and I really didn't like how it was looking. But I say, okay, let me keep trying. Maybe it'll work. And then I was like, nah. So I just came in with my brush and I started to smush and smear and squiggle it around. See, it's so transparent. But I thought maybe that could work. Maybe that would look good. And then I did this and I was like, oh my gosh, Gina, what is happening? This color. Oh. And then I thought, yeah, let's add it in other areas on the page. That's what happened. I ended up covering up some of it, most of it. And I remember thinking, everything doesn't have to be like perfectly blended into each other. It's fine if, you could actually see a cutoff point. It's fine. That's okay. So it's kind of looking okay. I could see it kind of coming together. And then I thought, let's do something bold and add some nice black marks So I'm adding the marks. I'm trying not to add too much because it's very bold and I don't want it to overpower the page. So I'm just adding it using the same width as a brush, and then I'll check it to see if I like it and what it makes me feel to do next. And of course, I added some more splatters, you know, to bring it all together. Got some blue, we got some black. Then I thought, you know what? Let's change it up a bit and let's create some defined areas. So I decided to just make some boxes, and I'm using the turquoise to do that. And you see, the turquoise is so much more, it's much thicker than the yellow. If I had done this with the yellow, it would be really, really see-through. Transparent. But this activity, it was very relaxing. You know, because you're just concentrating on getting the lines as straight as you possibly can, freehand, and, you know, filling in that color, and, you know, it was a lovely exercise. So I would encourage you, if you haven't already, I'm sure maybe most of you have, but I would encourage you to do something like this where you just fill in blocks of paint or probably circles of, you know, shapes, like major shapes. Yeah, I really like this, and I think I will do more of it. Maybe I'll do it so much I'll get fed up. But it was really, really nice to do. And then I started to get different ideas of things that I could do with the shapes. Oh. So yeah, I had to calm myself down. So I decided to bring in some orange, but then I was like, oh no, this is the transparent orange. So I'm putting white. I should have washed out my brush, but I was just like, you know what? I already started, it's okay. So I'm putting the white first, and then I'll put the orange over it so that it wouldn't be see-through. It'll be nice and, you know, opaque and a bright orange instead of how it was looking before. So I'm trying to put it, and you see those spaces that I left? I'm going to do this again, but differently, for sure. You see those spaces I left in the middle? I really like those spaces a lot. I left them because that's where the tape was, and I didn't feel like, you know, doing it. Because I know I was going to take it off anyway. I guess it made my job a lot harder, but yeah, I didn't see the point in doing it. But I really like how it looked. So I'm just going over them, and now I really liked those lines that was there, so I'm using the Posca paint marker to add more lines. Thinner lines, which I think is kind of cool. And I thought that I would do the orange over the lines, but because the orange was kind of, you know, see-through, you will still see the lines under it. So it wouldn't be completely gone, because I didn't really want it sitting on top, just, you know, just there on top. Previously, I had done the lines using a Spatula oil pencil, so that when I did the blue, it smudged, which is actually what I wanted. I didn't want the lines to be perfectly perfect, you know. So here I am bringing in my, oops, it wasn't properly dried. I dried it, but not good enough. I'm bringing in those browns, and I'm thinking I could use that as extensions from the boxes. But then I thought, let me try the orange and see how it looks. And I actually really like it. I found it looked so good. I don't know. Look at that. I just really, really like it. Love it. I wish it was tissue paper though. I think this one is Gelli paper. The tissue would have just, but then again, maybe it would not have had the same effect if it was tissue paper. So yeah, but I really like how this looked. So I decided to use a longer piece here, and I'm just gonna get other pieces to use for the other 2 boxes. And I'm using regular school glue to stick them down. I'm painting them off to the side and then bringing it in and sticking it down. And then I'm putting a layer of glue over on top of it to help it really get stuck and a little more transparent than it was. When I was sticking these, my goal was to try to stick it where there wasn't any tape, because I didn't want to have any trouble trying to move that, and I didn't want to have to cut and all that drama. So I just tried to stick them where it didn't have any tape when I had to lift it up. I'm just cleaning up my space there, and now I'm going to lift off my tape, my inner tape. At this point, I was actually thinking this page looks fine the way it is, and I was actually wondering if I should take off the tape or if I should just leave it. And just pretend I never put tape down. Never. But I was too curious to see what it would look like lifted off. So I'm taking it off. I'm trying to take my time. I don't want to pull any paint off. And I'm excited, and I can't wait to see what it looks like with all the 4 pieces gone on the inside. And then I was thinking, okay, not too bad. It's okay. And then I remembered, okay, I have to take off the tape on the outside. So I did that, and then I was like, oh yeah, this is cool. It's not what I had in my head at all, but it's cool. Do you realize as well that I did not use that, the pieces that I stuck together, the one that I put off to the side? I didn't use them. So I'm sure some of you have that experience as well. You prepare something and then you never use it. So most likely it will get used on another page. I was trying to decide if I should outline the lines inside, but I decided to leave it as is. So that's it. Let me know what you think. I'm looking forward to your comments, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!